Hello everyone, and welcome to my office here on the beautiful island of Bali. Today I want to continue speaking with you about real deal astrology, and there are two subjects I'd like to take up with you. The first is some of the uses to which we can put astrology, and to which astrologers use astrology all the time. And the other is that there are certain influences that are happening in the sky from January the 8th to the 14th that I'd like to share with you as well. Here are a couple of uses of astrology. The first is called orrery. And orrery comes from the Latin word ora, meaning hour. So we've tried to find out the hour when something happened. For example, if I said to an astrologer, where did I misplace my wallet? The astrologer would drop a chart, and there are certain rules to show where that wallet might be. Another use of astrology is called electional. And that is when we elect a time. As someone would say, when is the best time for me to open my shop, to have my grand opening ceremony? The astrologer would draw up a horoscope and give the individual the time when it would be best to do that as well. Another use for astrology is called mundane or political astrology. This is when we look at the heavens and we see how the heavens work out relative to the horoscope of nations. Each country, or most countries, have horoscopes. The United States has a chart for July 4th, 1776. There's a chart for the Fifth Republic of France. There's a chart for the independence of Canada. So there are charts for each nation just as there are for people, and when we plot that out, that is called mundane astrology. And then there's another form of astrology which I use all the time, and that's called predictive astrology. And that's when astrologers use various methods or various mathematical formulae in order to see the sequence of events for a given individual or for a company for that matter. How will my corporation be in 2014? The astrologer would take the horoscope for the birth of the corporation, which would be its founding date, and then would take a look at transits and what we call progressions. We progress the chart, whether that be for a corporation or for an individual. So that just very briefly is the description of four major branches of astrology. So now let me talk to you a bit about what's going on in the heavens for January the 8th to the 14th. And there are several major transits I'd like to talk to you about. The first is Jupiter squaring Mars. This occurs at 13 to 16 degrees of the cardinal signs of Cancer and Libra, and on an individual basis will most likely affect people born in either Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn, and who have positions in their chart at 13 to 16 degrees. Well, how are you going to know that? Well, you can get a chart from an astrological service, or you can learn how to draw one up using an astrological program. And if you Google it, there are many free charts that you can consult, free charting services, where all you have to do is put in your birth information, press a button, and then you will have a chart. So if you want to do that, I would advise you getting a chart done. It will make my series, Real Deal Astrology, a lot more interesting for you as time unfolds. So this aspect of Mars square Jupiter has a lot to do with going on a mission. Yet, because it's a square, which is a difficult geometric angle, it could be something like Don Quixote de la Mancha, who wound up fighting windmills thinking that they were dragons. So if this particular square is affecting you in your life, and it would affect people who were born, I can only give you the sun sign dates because I don't have your individual charts, but people born between the 2nd and 6th of April, the 4th and 8th of July, the 6th and 9th of October, and the 3rd to the 6th of January, they will have this aspect strong in their horoscope, and that would say, see if you can find the balance between the practical and the idealistic during the 8th to 14th of January. The next transit I'd like to talk to you about is Mercury squaring the northern nodes. And that would be at 4 degrees of Aquarius, and it would affect people who have important planetary positions between 3 and 5 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. Once again, you'd have to consult your chart to see if those are your degrees. But if you were born January 23rd to 25th, July 26th to 28th, October 26th to 28th, or April 23rd to 25th, what I'm about to say will affect you specifically, and that is, be careful about miscommunications with friends regarding finances. Well, I hope that today's session of Real Deal Astrology has proven interesting and helpful, and I'll get back with you next week, okay? Thank you very much for tuning in.